I landed here 12 years ago with Wargaming. The entire world can be dominated in our imagination, living in this small, tiny island.
I just need to splash AI in front of our description and everything will be fine.
This is not the first industrial revolution. They don't kill jobs, they actually create more jobs.
What about the very highly emotional type of the market?
Branding, that means emotion. Robots have no imagination.
They read the 17 pages of results in a half a second.
Change the business model. The robots will make small purchases on behalf of us.
No robot will ever do suvla.
In the 90s, I was falling in love with the internet. You feel that you just cannot skip it. This is part of your life.
Is there something that scares you about AI? Hello. Welcome to another episode of Made in Cyprus. Big business stories from a tiny island, or like many of you like to call it, Mitsiala Routsis, Bol Matmaiti. Today we have another special guest, because we only have special guests in people, because we only have special people in Cyprus. But this particular guest is very interesting because he's one of the few people that brings together advertising, art, branding, video game, tanks, and artificial intelligence as well now. So he's one of those people that you can sit down, get drunk or not get drunk, depending on what stage of your life you are, if you're alcohol-free or not alcohol-free, and just talk for hours. And Sergey Osipov is here on the show with us. So I wanted to have him for a long time. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Ooh.
How you doing?
You know, perfect. The life is a miracle, and thanks for having me here.
Pleasure,
and,
mate.
You're actually one of that amazing, fantastic people whom we met here on the island, and I watched a number of your episodes. I guess you really accomplished your mission to get here. They're really outstanding guys.
Thank you, buddy. And same back to you. And we're gonna go into your mission, into your story. But first and foremost, you've been in Cyprus for a long time now,
More
right?
than 10 years, right?
Yeah, so you're not part of the trend, pro-war, after-war, during war. So you came here way before that. And what took you here, but also most importantly, what kept you here? Because you strike me like a person that could live anywhere in the world, really.
A life-work balance, something like this. It's a great country. I love this climate, despite all that August hot stuff and so on. I'm comfortable with this. Very, let's say, positive for business. And I landed here about 12 years ago with Wargaming. Wargaming was one of the first large IT company, and it was very interesting time. A lot of energy, growth, ideas, how to dominate all the world. Entire world can be dominated in our imagination, living in this small, tiny island. And I still love Cyprus because this is maybe the smallest market that I have ever seen. It's almost nano market. It doesn't exist actually as a market. And as an entrepreneur, you cannot relax. You always think global. You just have no choice. You have to be global. So it's interesting, kind of the contradiction. However, it drives me. Living here, you cannot be a local entrepreneur. You still have to be global. For example, living in London or in New York, it forces you to think about this large country. Living in any city in Germany, you start thinking about the German market. You're always locked in your imagination with the market when you live in the large cities, right? In Cyprus, you are not locked. You could play your imagination. You could build the products for Australia or for Latam, and actually the same shit. And you see so many people around who really do this.
Yeah, it's incredible. You did say it's a small market, because the whole Cyprus could be just a neighborhood in a big city, in terms of localization. It's very, very tiny. And the other interesting thing you said is about you are forced to think global, because there is only as much as you can grow in the confines of Cyprus. I don't think you will ever satisfy your business aspiration just by being in Cyprus alone. What do you think?
Maybe a century ago, it was difficult to be a global individual living in such outskirts of the universe. But now we have internet, we have open exchange, information flow. You could participate everything. Yes, it's great to participate 1, 2, 3, 5 professional events per year physically,
Yeah.
I mean, not everything can be taken from internet, from the webinars, from YouTube, for sure. But a couple of times per year, it's enough, actually.
Yeah.
So you could fly to London or to New York,
Yeah.
to Silicon Valley, and so on. I think that I love Cyprus because it doesn't make pressure on me in terms of the local realities, local market, and something like this. So everything is fine here. Everything motivates me here to make the global business, and this is exactly my intention.
It's interesting. And Sergey, like one of the things that always fascinated me about you is that you have a duality, or even more, in terms of like how you approach your businesses and life. You have a strong creative side, strong artistic side, but you also have a strong analogical, geeky side as well, in a way, with technology and businesses and entrepreneurship. And how does Cyprus fit into this? Have you seen anything changing in the terms of how you approach life or businesses after you kind of made Cyprus your home? Did you notice anything that impacted you from that perspective?
Frankly, my first several years in Cyprus, 10 years ago, I didn't think a lot about Cyprus. So many business trips. So we were opening offices around the globe. All that. So I had been living in airplanes rather than in Cyprus, actually.
Yeah.
And I see the huge change last several years, unfortunately, because of the war, because not just Ukrainian-Russian war, Syria problems, Palestine, and so on and so forth. So we have a wave and wave and wave by wave with the immigrants. Yeah. And who are those immigrants? That's people like you and me, actually. Yeah. Quite clever. Usually they have money. They have businesses. They're easygoing. They can easily, jump and go to another country with all their valuable patents, intellectual property, their funds, investments, and so on. So it's easy to go. Like IT people, first of all. That's why exactly IT sector is such a fast growth in the last several years.
Yeah.
I guess because the IT people there, it's much more difficult to move agricultural or hospitality industry to another country.
Manufacturing. Or
you take no notebook and jump in the next country, and this is your next. You open the next company. This is your next business place, and so on. And last couple of years, I spot the significant change in terms of the amount of great events, great people, investors, startup ecosystem, which in my view 10 years ago didn't exist, frankly. Right now, this is the serious, word. So we have some conferences. We have Reflect Festival, even on quite conservative expos like Realty On recently or Diaspora Forum. We could chat about startups, and it sounds cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there is quite a lot going on, and you're right saying it that is an international community that brought it in here as well, because a lot of the events, even this podcast, it's called Made in Cyprus, but I'm not Cypriot. Like I just came and I realized that probably similar to what you said, there were a lot of people doing really cool stuff in here, but not enough people were knowing it.
But see, this is the same story with me. So I was born in Belarus, however, I call myself Belarusian Cypriot entrepreneur. So I actually I love the mission of your podcast, and I love everything that you do, like the contribution. So because Cyprus became my second motherland.
Same.
И δεύτερα πατρίδα μου, actually. So I enjoy it. I love this country. I'm a citizen of this country. I vote for the president. Actually, so for the people from that problematic regions would say, we usually vote for wrong presidents. That's why we are here.
Yeah.
And when I voted for the current president and he was elected, this is a very specific joy inside.
Yeah.
Fuck, so I can really vote for the real president?
Yeah. And Sergey, do you think that Cyprus made you calmer or slower, or like did it impact you personally somehow, the culture of the island?
Difficult to say. Actually, I love to be a bit slower. I'm really overloaded.
Yeah.
So many calls and so on. And I live right on the shore, so just in a walking distance to the beach. And I guess it makes me happy. The idea that I can stop all that meetings and can go swimming for 1 hour and then back and to continue working. And mountains here and everything here, everything here fuels my life-work balance, I believe.
Yeah.
Because so just open the door and you're in nature on the street and so on, which is, I mean, comparing with the northern countries, especially in the winter time, usually in case you close the door, you
turn on the
stay
light.
all the day, and sometimes you cannot see the sun
Yeah.
several weeks, and it is fine.
Yeah.
No, I really love work-life balance in Cyprus. That's kind of the synonymous for me, really.
Yeah, it's interesting because every time every time I speak with you, you have 10, 15, 20 things going on. Like if I could have a mental image of your brain, it would be
Yeah, I hate it.
Everywhere. So many things going on. So in a way, I have this assumption that you are in a place where kind of, and the same is for me. Sometimes it forces me, to just take it a bit slower. Just look at your horizon, go for a walk, and it's a great place to have a busy work life, but also just a slow life.
I have a gift, actually.
Oh.
That's exactly about Cyprus. First of all, because I love your mission. So I believe that this podcast made in Cyprus, this is the mission-driven something. I appreciate it. So I love this idea. So I think this is a right way how we should live, I mean, to contribute to the society, to do something, not just business, to do something else. Yeah, definitely. We understand that your Brandon Studio 39 is actually the same as Made in Cyprus, and because this is the same color scheme and the same people and so on and so forth. But still, building something, let's say, how would say, you really contribute to the society when you took interesting opinion, when you get here interesting people. I mean, this is something appreciated by the people around. So in case each of us do this, the country might be very, very different. And the nature of this country historically, and this is actually history book.
Amazing.
Is about how the Cyprus was built by the locals and by the foreigners like you and me. Yeah. And this book was published just last year, quite fresh one. The author is Alex Christofi. This is the Greek Cypriot living in UK, and he already published a number of quite interesting books. And this is kind of his view on the history of Cyprus.
Amazing.
However, what I love about this, it's not just a documental book with the history, with the photographs and so on. So here he made some photographs on his phone, I guess. This is the story. This is a story. Keep it. This is a story of his family. This is a story of his relationship in his youth, about his dad, his granddad, and he somehow beautifully linked the history of his family with the history of Ireland. I found here so many interesting things. So as a foreigner, I mean, maybe locals know everything about it. So I believe that it will be really great.
Amazing. Thank you very much. I can't wait to dig into it. And what I love about Cyprus is it's a very complex and integrated story. It's always been a little piece of floating land, neither Middle East, neither Europe, somewhere in between. And for a long time, sometimes there was also a problem. But I think what it used to be a problem back then, I think it's a superpower now. It's the southern point of Europe that gives you access to a whole other part of the world as well. So yes, we are European, but not really. And I always had this big contrast when coming to live in Cyprus. There is the Euro. There is a lot of European people, but in terms of tradition, in terms of spoken language, in terms of dialect as well, has very little to do with Europe, and I find it a fascinating place. And then you're right. I think it's people like you, like us, like all the listener, that we are building what Cyprus will be next.
Yeah.
Thank you for the book. I can't wait to go into it. And Sergey, like also there are many unicorn founders on the island, and especially there are many that managed to have an IPO and have valuation of 1.1 billion, which is a fascinating story. I know you talked about it probably until your ears bleed, but I wanna understand, what was your feeling
of that success, and how much of that changed you, if anything?
The life of an entrepreneur, this is American roller coaster. There's ups and downs, and you just find way how you could live with this very contrast life, and it became a process for you. So in case you just chase one objective to build a unicorn all your life, and you just built it. So definitely there's a joy. So this is a remarkable event for you, and so on and so forth.
Was it part of your mission? Did you have
Actually not.
Sergey wants to be a unicorn founder?
No, I never thought about it, frankly. So I'm glad to be one of the founders of a unicorn for sure, but it was never really objective. So we love what we do actually. So in the 90s, I was falling in love with the internet. So websites, software for internet, so portals, branding for internet. So Victor Kisler and I, we built the it's called Ad Revolver. It was the software, binary optimization software, and one of the first product like this in 2000, in 1999 actually. So everything so innovative, so revolutionary. So and you feel that you just cannot skip it. This is part of your life. You just love to do this, and you just doing it, launching the new stuff. And once, that one was acquired by Yahoo. Fuck, so great. That one was, IPO success. No, but this is another. There are another, 15, 17 projects that were lost actually, that were faced bankruptcy, that were not successful, and so on. You just in this portfolio kind of the way when you run 3-5 startups simultaneously, sometimes 1-2, sometimes no startups at all. It's just way of living, I guess. At least talking about myself. So, and also you have to understand that it's on this unicorn. This is a large company, more than 1,000 people, and I left the operations 11 years ago. So this is actually not my personal success at all. This is a success of a CEO, Maxim Melnikov, a product director of Tsan, Mike Vasilyev, who is actually my partner right now in Placey AI here in Limassol. And this is a large team of professionals who really did it. So I feel quite humble talking about this. So
yeah, it's incredible. And you said there are many other stories behind it that don't get told that fail. But how does Sergey select an idea that is worth building? I guess you have thousands of ideas. You strike me like a person that goes to the toilet and finishes and has 15 new business ideas that maybe needs to bring to life. So how do you focus, and how do you highlight one that it's worth building?
Indeed. So I just send in messages right from the toilet to everyone related to these ideas.
Please do this business plan talk later.
No, usually, what do you think about this shitty idea or not so shitty?
Yeah.
Oh, shitty, okay, forget. Oh, this one, not so shitty. Let's meet tomorrow.
So they just come to you?
Usually kind of this one, yeah.
Yeah. And with Placebo was the same?
AI, this is the industrial revolution, so it's clear.
Yeah.
So not just myself. So many people cannot sleep last 3 years. All the tech entrepreneurs actually think that it might be their next future for next startups and so on. For an entrepreneur, AI opens such a beautiful opportunities with all that productivity, with everything that we see around.
Yeah.
And this is the very, very unique moment when you could launch something new, taking the quite significant market segments, because the old school companies gonna leave this market. It will be free. Right now, this is red ocean. You cannot compete with the old businesses. And just 1 to 3 years, and it might be the blue ocean. And you'll be competing just with a few startups like yours, with AI and so on, with robots. Right now, people compete with people. In 2-3 years, robots will compete with robots, and you are exactly founder of the robot-based startup. So this is a blue ocean, right? So it's not even the moment of inspiration. It's so obvious. It just only surfaces, so you cannot just skip it.
Yeah. And it's still very, very early, right? Like there is so much that we don't.
Indeed.
Actually, 99% of the stuff we don't really know where we're gonna go, what's gonna happen.
But the market of AI automation in the only real estate, it's in last year it was a global market like $1.5 billion.
Yeah.
In this year it's maybe $3 billion already, so it's grew twice just in 1 year.
Yeah.
But it's still small because 3 billion for the whole planet is almost nothing.
Yeah.
However, it's forecasted to go to maybe 300 billion in just 5-7 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, it will be just it's not just growth; it's explosion.
Yeah.
We have to participate in it.
Yeah.
We cannot sleep. So this is our nature. So
It's happening whether you want it or not, right? So it's better to participate in it and be an early adopter than trying to, reactively after try to catch up with it.
But it's interesting to live at this moment, in this momentum, not just, yes, I will be not happy with myself in case I miss this momentum. But the main moment, I just enjoy it so much. And all my teams, I guess, everyone who participates this right now, this is such a huge energy, so such a huge exchange, I can't even explain it. It's something that we cannot miss it. I mean, naturally, not because of our global objectives, not because we're going to build another one unicorn. We just cannot skip it.
But there are a lot of people that just participated because it's a trend. I mean, I've been in many conferences, many exhibitions, and many startup events, and there is a lot going on into the AI-driven XYZ, AI-driven XYZ, AI-driven XYZ.
Easy to sell to investors.
Yeah, but they also they're all part of the same bubble in a way, which is like, and like my view is that like AI is a tool, is an enabler, right? But it's not the actual brand, it's not the actual thing, It's
sure.
Like how do you feel about people just jumping on the trend because, oh my god, I'm gonna lose the AI train, I just need to splash AI in front of our description and everything will be fine.
It was not necessary to create the fake presentation for Placy because I am one of the first investors myself. We invested our own money, so it was not necessary to make the fake AI something and so on. So
make it AI investable.
Yeah, nothing like this. So we just decided to build an interesting set of tools with the high level productivity.
Yeah.
Like twice more productive than the existing old school real estate transactional models, all that, how they make their business.
Yeah.
Actually, we're building the prototype of the real estate firm of the future, where robots can do at least a half or maybe 80% of the human work. And our clients and our partners are real estate agencies, management, and brokers, real estate agents.
Yeah.
So we just fill in that central part in their value chain, historically done by human. Usually everything starts from lead generation. You buy some traffic, calls, messages, and so on. This is red ocean. So many players. Not interested to participate. Yeah,
I was in Icon this weekend, and half of the people there selling and buying traffic. It's like,
and then the next part of the value chain, you lend this traffic to your office manager, and this is blue ocean because that part was historically done by human.
Yeah,
not perfect because they don't want realtors don't want to use CRM. They miss calls, actually. They miss messages and so on and so forth. So Placy can really assist to all of them to do their work twice more productive. Not just 5 or 10%, really twice more productive, because this is the scale of the real industrial revolution.
Yeah. Is there something that scares you about AI, or is it something that you might be afraid of, or you're?
Sure. So the long list of fears. However, I think that this is not the first industrial revolution. And when we invented electricity in 19th century, you could imagine how many chats about that. It was, it's dangerous and so on. Steam engine as well. So, all that, horse drivers should be fired, and how we can survive, how human beings and so on.
The person lighting the lanterns every night in the
so
streets.
How we could live without that lighters. And I mean, all the concerns, I believe the human beings, we can actually address all that concerns. We've already done it several times.
Yeah.
Yes, I have concerns. I believe it's a dangerous thing, like in nuclear power, for example. But you could use nuclear power for the electricity plants, and you could use it in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So there's difference. So step by step, I guess we can find way how we can manage it in a safe manner. So many startups actually already raised the flags with the emissions to make. Actually, the largest one, Super Intelligence Inc., Ilya Sutskever, one of the researchers of OpenAI, he raised 1 billion in the pre-seed round. Place raised 1 million. Ilya Sutskever raised 1 billion on
Pre-seed, 1 billion.
Yeah. Having actually just few people in the team, no product, nothing like that. And he announced that he could build AI which would be safe. Just an example. So I guess all the foundational models right now are about safetyness and ethic as well.
Wow.
Ethics as well. So not just safety, but be ethical as well. So this is even the new profession in the large companies. Last couple of years, you could detect that's AI officer, AI ambassador. So I watched your last podcast with the exactly AI officer and AI ethic manager, kind of this one, just one more new profession, new roles in the offices.
Some job will go, some job will come, it's a natural procession of a new industrial revolution.
In my view, like this, and which is important, we have to understand that industrial revolutions, they don't kill jobs. They actually create more jobs, create more value. Just read the history. Open Wikipedia and read about electricity and steam engine.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. I think that's what I was saying before. Like, I think it's inevitable. Better to get into it and start getting comfortable in your workflow now with AI than then trying to catch up later, for sure. And Sergey, like, I think you also, a big part of your career was into graphic design, into branding, into marketing. I know you had quite a lot of successes and stories in there. Tell me a bit more about that than your graphic design days and your branding days, and where is advertisement, marketing, and branding? Where does it fit in the age of robots then?
Yeah, interesting topic. My first education, actually, I'm a graphic designer, and that's why I founded several agencies. So in 90s, I was actually graphic designer, and logotypes was my kind of the main product.
Do you design now?
No, for sure. So when the company grew in the country largest advertising agency
in Belarus,
In Belarus, I was founder and CEO of this agency. Then I moved to Moscow, another agency, and actually right now PlaySense. 3 years ago, we founded PlaySense. That's another agency.
Which was started from Wargaming and then got out.
Yeah, kind of this one. And this is part of my life. But actually, it's still. So I'm a professional in marketing, I would say, a marketing guy, and I always follow this profession, despite some real estate or World of Tanks game or any other activities.
Or Cyan,
everything about marketing. So as for you, for example, you can equally serve bank or some pharma company or gaming company. So it's just you ask the same basic question, and you have to build something which is applicable to any actual kind of business. So this is my life. Then my second education is engineering, and the third education, second university education, is professional diploma in management, and MBA, strategic management. So I'm a designer, creative, engineer, manager. I guess this is my profile based on education, at least, but in experience as well. So all that businesses are creative, and all my businesses are highly technological. So I guess I fit my profile with all the businesses that I found.
It's beautiful. And where is brand and marketing going into the? So like historically, we brand for people, we market for people, right? So the better understanding that you have about a human, the more chance, and that human is your ideal customer, the more chances you have to market your product in a way it connects with them, right? So now, if we remove that human and we have his AI agent, how does that relationship work? And I know it's early. I know we don't know a lot of that, but like, what is your prediction into like branding for robots and marketing for robots?
Yeah, good question. So historically, we've already found way how we brand everything. Now, for example, so it's easy to detect your company with all that yellow and black color scheme, which is quite aggressive, I would say.
Yeah.
But this is actually, it fits you.
Yeah.
So I read this message, for example. I would say. Maybe some people would say they prefer some more neutral IKEA-like color scheme, but you do this contrast stuff.
Yeah.
In the wild nature, the poisoned animals use these colors in order to say, go out, I can bite you, painful, don't touch me.
Danger,
and so on.
It's funny that you say, because the name factory, it's a celebration of old school factories.
From the word fuck.
Also, but that only in the weekends. It's about designing, producing, and shipping something in the same place, right? And the font and the name takes inspiration from the warning signs. So you're absolutely right. You went into the animal side. We were into the factory warning signs. So, and you're right, like grabbing attention in your face, no bullshit.
And see, in case I met some young guy who tried to open the shop in the corner using such a powerful, almost aggressive color scheme. I would say, no, man. So use something like IKEA, but when you use it, I detect that you say, "Fuck you, folks! I'm a professional. I can use anything because I'm fucking professional, and I can make you guys happy. Come to me for branding, right?"
I will cut this and have it into my 2025 video reel.
No, really. So, and by the way, so I believe the idea of colors as a graphic designer. For example, I watched some episodes and I detected that you usually wear black or white t-shirts. Yes, some pinky t-shirt or blue one would be actually not suitable, that stuff. And I intentionally took gray. Not black and white, because it would be not so cool to sit in the white t-shirts together.
Be the same,
And I couldn't take color. I take the monochrome, neutral, because neutral fits perfectly everything. Because black and white, there's not colors actually.
And that's why monochrome. You didn't dye your beard as well, isn't it? You wanted to have white.
Maybe the second reason. So colors could play such a significant role in our perception and our branding.
But will they play the same role with robots?
Yes, exactly. That's what I try to say. And how we can apply all that stuff to robots? No, it's not possible. So we should invent a completely new discipline, new institution how we treat it. But let's explain to our audience. See, right now we have a lot of visitors on the websites, on Amazon stores, online shopping, everything, booking the tickets. And that's usually run by humans. So when you need tickets, you go to the website, you pay by card, and that's your activities.
Yeah.
But even right now, and for sure in the very close future, all that small purchases, small choices, visiting websites and so on, will be done by our assistants.
Yeah.
Siri in the mobile phones. Just last week, Google announced this AI operator mode. This is a plugin for the Chrome browser, and today, not in the future, it's available right now. You could appoint this robot to make your small purchases, to find an apartment for rent, for example, to book the tickets to the cinema and so on. And that means that the robots will visit Amazon store. The robots will make small purchases on behalf of us, human. And we see the fast-growing traffic from ChatGPT, Claude, and other GPTs. And if you open SimilarWeb, you see the trend in the last quarter that GPT's traffic grew like 13%, seems to me, globally, on the planet, globally, 13% quarter growth. It's crazy cool. And the number of websites just declining, like Wikipedia, minus 6%. Google minus 2%, I don't remember details, kind of this one. So we physically already can see this. So in the future, the robots might take like a half of internet traffic actually. And what does it mean for Amazon, for cinema, tickets aggregators, for all online businesses, for pretty all the businesses actually? Maybe in some 10 years, it will be the home robots like Tesla, Optimus. They will go to the butchery or the grocery store buying something, and they, not right now, but in 20...
I'll tell you what they will not do in Cyprus. No robot will ever do souvla.
It will be signed, no robots.
No robot will ever do souvla.
Like yellow and black, no fucking robots.
No.
Not in Cyprus.
You don't take the souvla
Go
of the
to
papu.
Silicon Valley with your robots.
No one will touch papu's souvla. That will never happen.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting. So perhaps it will be more backhand decision, more data-driven content decision than front-hand aesthetics.
And this is a question, how we can make branding for robots.
Yeah.
Because historically we know that our marketing budget basically divided half for branding, half for performance advertisement,
Yeah.
right? In this way it works perfect. So already learned several centuries of experience, I would say. However, okay, we know how organized performance for robots, more or less.
Yeah.
But what does it mean branding for
Yeah.
robots? How to route a half of our marketing budgets to this something which we don't know?
Yeah.
So I have a couple of assumptions. Nobody knows really.
Yeah.
My assumptions is we have to build the websites and providing more data, more API-based data,
More backhand,
more information that is necessary for robots to make their own decisions and ranking and so on and so forth. Second, we have to understand that the typical model of a marketplace, like a real estate marketplace, like Bazaraki, for example, or Index.CY here in Cyprus, you publish your listing and you pay money to promote this listing in order to be visible on the first page. Then you could collect the calls, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so in the close future, as a user, just wasted money to pay. Because robots don't stop just on the first page. Robots don't make impulse buy, right?
Yeah, they read the 17 pages of results
yes,
in a half
exactly.
a second.
They sift through all the website and not necessary to pay money actually, right?
Everyone is equal.
So
yeah.
all the big marketplaces from Amazon to our Bazaraki should, unfortunately, change the business model in the close future because the current business model locked on human and it will not work quite soon.
Yeah.
So how we get branding for robots? Maybe, first of all, data. Then second, some specific interfaces. They shouldn't visit the beautiful. They don't need pictures, actually. They need just data,
text,
right?
Yeah.
Right, some interfaces with the data-rich interfaces, with the right locations, right data surrounding, and so on and so forth. Then maybe reviews, because reviews, like on Amazon Books, for example, you could review. They are not so honest as usual. You know, you could pay money for the reviews, but at least something may influence on the idea of why robot decided that brand is my owner needs it. And also the very big trend, hyper personalization. Don't forget, our robots will know, already knew actually. Our phones knew about us so many things. And this is a subject to understand which type of the branding might suit us. So robots can analyze our behavior and then can find something in the internet which is suitable for you from the branding point of view.
And what about highly emotional markets? Well, I think all markets are emotional. I think is one of my beliefs, and you said it correctly, right? Half performance marketing, half branding, is that humans are driven by emotion. You know, we like to think that we're very logical, but there are studies from Harvard Business School, for example, that say that 95% of the purchases we make are emotional. Yeah. We rationalize after, you know, it was in offer, half price, we need a new one, you know.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen in there? For example, what's going to happen with Rolexes, right? Which tells the same time as a Swatch, which has the same data on the website. It does the same job, but is not the same meaning on the product. So do you think that some of the markets will be more affected, like a pen or like a car or like a chair, you know, commodities where computer logically will make the best fucking decision? Like you cannot beat a computer telling you which is the best chair to sit for you, that you are 88.2 kilos, 1 meter and 92, and you are 27-year-old and sit 13% of your day, you know, like data driven. What about the very highly emotional type of the markets? You think that will stay less untouched by that?
Brain, that means emotions, sure.
Yeah.
Robots have no emotions, so that means what we could do this. Robots cannot create meaning. They don't know how to answer the question why. Why we are doing this? Yeah. Why we are living? What is the meaning of life?
What's the purpose?
What's the purpose? So we have just to focus on very human-like skills, human-like ideas for our life, and that the right way how we can survive, and moreover, how we can grow as professionals, for example, for the younger generation. So young people used to ask me, "Oh, what is the profession of the future?" And the last year everyone talked about prompt engineer. Go to forget about programming, forget about everything. Accountants, forget. Writers, music writers. Okay, go to Sono and so on.
Yeah.
Prompt engineer. But no, actually, not even prompt engineer. This is the temporary profession because we expect AGI, right? Artificial General Intelligence. That means something which speaks. You could interact like with a human. Turing text already passed, so everything will be like you and me talking with AGI, right? But when we talk you and me, do we need prompts? No. So that means just in some 4 or 5 years, prompts will not exist as the mean of communication because AGI doesn't need.
It will be conversation based.
It's just an example, just a year ago, and right now actually, everyone think, oh, I have to be a prompt engineer. But maybe in 1 year, it will be completely another idea. Oh, let's be the operator of AI avatar, for example. I mean, the environment moves in such a fast pace, it's changing so fast. So I guess our clear main ability, main skill that we have to train in ourselves is not the particular prompt engineering or running AI avatars, but being able to flexibly accept all the change.
Yeah. That's why creative people have an advantage.
Yes, actually, yes, because soft skills, first of all, and your imagination, this is your main tool. Robots have no imagination.
Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps by thinking about that. Finally, maybe in the future it will be the creatives that rule it, Because creative people, by definition, are people that are able to jump between topics, solve problems, find different ways to do things. So they have one core set of skills, but then they move like octopus, right? They're able to change and shape.
I agree. I believe that the non-creative people, non-creative professions will face more complicated environment in the future.
This is what I studied 35 years ago, and this is what I want to do for the next 60 years. Those, I think, are the people that will struggle big time, like those fixed professions. And Sergey, like, what would you say was the thing that either person or situation or what do you think shaped the most who you are?
Never thought about this. I actually don't think about myself so much.
Was there something or somebody that inspired you in your career? Some people that helped shape who you become today?
Maybe Buddha.
Who?
Buddha.
Really? You're religious?
No, I'm not religious, but I use the Buddhistic philosophy as kind of something fundamental in my view. And also, one of the 4 great schools of philosophy in ancient Greece, one of them, the last one, is Stoicism. Mm-hmm. And Zenon was born in Kiti, near Larnaca, not far from here. And Stoicism is very close to Buddhism from the philosophical point of view. So I would say that I love these views, and talking about something fundamental in my life, it's something between Buddhism and Stoicism as something philosophical that stabilize everything which grows later.
Amazing. And last but not least, most important question before we let you go: what do you sing in the shower?
I usually keep silence and
you don't whistle, you don't sing. Is there any song that got stuck in you lately?
No. shower. This is the perfect moment. You can be with yourself, because overloaded with the calls, activities and so on. Shower, you just with yourself. No mobile phone in the hands. You cannot use mobile phone. You cannot read the book. You cannot chat with the people.
You're forced to have your me time, basically.
And yeah, it's a kind of the small, 5 minutes meditation with yourself. So it's not necessary to involve any other activities. I guess it's perfect to be with yourself in the shower.
Brilliant. And
I have one more present.
Okay, this is again first time in the podcast I get 2 presents. Go on. What is it?
Talking about your color palette.
Yeah.
And this is not present for you because I wanna make. See,
I have this one.
You have this
it's
one.
Brilliant.
Adonis, this is for you.
I have all 2.
So, folks,
Adonis,
we have behind
here,
the scene we have Adonis.
Backhand come in the front hand.
Yeah, Adonis. This is
brilliant book.
Perfect, brilliant book with the beautiful pictures, and I love it, and I think you could enjoy it as well.
All right.
And this is in the corporative style.
So you guys have the same good book now.
Brilliant. Yeah, I think he has one.
Yeah.
He has one in the concept of stealing like an artist as well. I think.
Yeah, still in the first book,
which is also really good. Which again goes back into the creativity and why creative people.
I mean, very plain ideas, very plainly, very visible. So it's so easy actually to speak about this like this.
Yeah, I love his first book as well because he says bad. I think Picasso said it as well. Like bad artists copy, good artists steal. And they steal from multiple sources, not from one.
Yes, and don't hesitate to steal. This is even in my use with my first education as an artist, it was the mantra kind of the go to the library for the inspiration. Yeah. It's not stealing. This is your inspiration.
So true. And I tell to my designers as well. Go to the bigger agency, bigger creatives, the people that have 500 employees, that I have 3 times the budget. Steal shit from there, make it yours, and shortcut your way into the creativity. I think what you said before, like we live in beautiful times. Yeah, we do. Everything is out there. You wanna fucking learn how to drive, how to fly a 747? You go on YouTube. You spend a few hours, you'll be able to drive. You'll be able to fly a plane. So everything is in there. So I think that, and I always tell my team as well, go out there, steal shit, make it yours, move on. Yeah. So I think that, like we said before, the future is creative. Sergey, thank you very much for your time. What are you up to now? What are you the most focused on in these days, the next couple of months?
Place AI for real estate. So we open this door and we see the beautiful picture behind this door. Yeah. So I guess the previous year and the next year, I guess it's the only thing that really. I really enjoy it actually. So it's really cool. So to participate physical. No, I mean, we can read everything about Industrial Revolution. We can watch videos on YouTube and newspapers and chat with the people. But when you participate with your own team, when you do something with your own hands, it's such a valuable experience.
Yeah, amazing. Where can people find you if they want to learn more about you or talk to you?
So feel free to follow me on LinkedIn, Sergey Osipov. I have the Telegram channel, Placey AI Startup Insights. Subscribe. And actually, I have profiles and pretty all the social networks.
So go and find them. Sergey, thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. See you next time. And be safe with AI.
Yep. Bye-bye.